you're stacking this money up, right? Maybe you have 50 or 100K in your bank. What do you actually do with the money? Everybody knows inflation is at such a high rate. It's kind of scary, like, okay, I'm just sitting on this money and it's inflating away. What do I do? What's up, everyone? I'm Sam Martin, the guy who went from being an awkward homeschool farm boy to making over $364,000 a year without starting a business or going to college. And this is the place where we teach you how to level up your skills, how to increase your income, and how to build financial freedom. A ton of you guys have been asking me, and different people have been talking about, what are the best investments to make right now? What do we do in the current situation? Everybody kind of knows that there's a big recession or depression coming and that things are kind of crazy right now, but there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of uncertainty. You know, there's all this inflation, money's going up like crazy, but it's like, what do you actually do? What is the best investment to make? And in this video, I'm going to give you my strategy, what I'm doing, and also what other wealthy and successful people are doing so that you can understand their thinking and really model after that as we go into these difficult times moving forward. And when I say difficult times, they are only difficult times for the people that aren't prepared and aren't ready. So if you are prepared, if you are ready, if you do take action on this, you will be the one who is prepared and can take advantage of this massive opportunity. Things will get crazy, but they will also get super lucrative for the people who are ready. So what is the absolute best investment that you can be making right now in 2022? Skills, high income skills. I'm gonna break this down into 3 steps that I'm doing right now and that I think you should do as well. Generating as high of an income as possible, continuing to stack cash, stack value, we'll get into that in a second, and building that up so that when things get crazy, you can make those investments. So if it was broken down into 3 steps, step number 1 would be invest in skills and coaching, training that can help you level up your skills, level up your income so that you can generate as much income as possible right now for the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months, however long it takes for the crash, so that you can be in the absolute best possible space. So that's number 1, invest in skills to increase your income, increase the cash flow from your business or whatever your main source is so that you can stack as much cash as possible. And that leads me to number 2, which is stack cash and stack value. When I say cash, I'm not necessarily referring to specifically US paper dollars, right? But that could be fine too. What you want to do is you want to stack up an enormous amount of value right now so that when things get crazy, then you can buy cheap assets. And that's step number 3, is when shit hits the fan, when everybody's losing their minds, when there is blood in the streets, that's when you want to buy up assets, resources, real estate, etc. But that time has not come yet. And if you are prematurely spending all your resources, you're not going to be in a good spot. Some of the most wealthy and successful CEOs and investors of all times right now are accumulating cash so that when things do go bad, they can get deals for 30 cents on the dollar, so that they can get stocks for super cheap. That's what I would be doing if I was you guys, is increasing your income, investing in skills and things that can increase your value so that when things do get really crazy, you can make as big of an investment as possible into the best resources to be able to grow your wealth. Now, one of the other things that other people ask about is, what do you do with the value, right? You're stacking this money up, right? Maybe you have 50 or 100K in your bank. What do you actually do with the money? Because everybody knows inflation is at such a high rate that it's kind of scary, like, okay, I'm just sitting on this money and it's inflating away. What do I do? Correct answer to that is, it is a difficult situation, because if you go out and you buy something, then you're not necessarily at the bottom yet. But if you hold on to that money, then it could be inflating away. My suggestion is, what I'm doing is diversification. So if you're old school and you really want to be safe, you know, buying some gold, right? Diversifying something in that, putting some in crypto like Bitcoin or something like that, where you still have somewhat protection against inflation. And I do recommend having some cash in the bank. And that might sound crazy at a 9% inflation, but what I truly believe is that things are going to continue to get worse. Resources, assets, people are going to get in tight situations, and they're going to have to sell valuable assets at a low cost. So if you have cash, that is the time to invest in those stocks, low crypto, low real estate purchases, etc., because that's when you're going to get the best deals. The quote from Warren Buffett is, you want to be fearful when others are greedy, and you want to be greedy when others are fearful. So when everything's crazy, when everyone's losing their minds, that's when you want to double down. Also, if you guys don't have at least 100 grand in the bank, at least 50 grand in the bank, I would say over 100, but at least 50. It's like, you don't need to be worried about investing right now. Like, you don't have any money. Less than $50,000 in this day and age is not hardly any money. And that is not going to really buy you anything. So if you don't have 50, 100, 200, 300 grand, your number one thing that you should be doing is investing in skills so that you can increase your income to 2, 3, $500,000 a year, and then take that money every single year and then invest that into assets, right? So don't be freaking out, stressing out about, oh, what do I do with my little pile of 10 grand? It's like 10 grand's not gonna do anything for you. And I'm not here calling shots, but just trying to keep it real for you. As things inflate, as things grow, as things scale, you have to be continually focused on, how do I keep my inflow coming? How do I keep my cash coming in so that I'm not screwed like everybody else on a low income? That's what I got for this video, guys. I hope you got a ton of value from this. Let me know down in the comments below, what are you doing with your investments? Do you disagree with this? What other ideas do you have? If you got some value from this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Let me know, what are you investing in 2022? What are your thoughts on this upcoming situation? I will see you guys on the next video. Remember, don't just listen, implement.